Hello and welcome back to a brand new vlog. My name is Orion and I make videos every single Wednesday and Sunday and I post them at 6 p.m. where we are currently in the process of renovating my nan's old garage. In the last vlog, we focused on everything associated with the attic, clearing it all out and putting up new flooring up there so we can now go up. It is looking nice and clean up here, and today we have a delivery of plywood to fit the ceiling in, as well as a ladder that we're going to put up there so we can get in and out. However, delivery's coming between 10 and 4. So in the meantime, we have a bunch of scrap wood and old things that came out of the attic that needs to be burnt. So if we head over to the fire pit, let's start this day cooking with gas. This flame is much better. Now, I'm not going to be making a massive bonfire, just a little one that kind of trickles along and gets rid of the wood that we've got, like all the excess old stuff that's been in the attic for years. And then we'll just keep adding to it throughout the day, as I would prefer not to set the woods on fire. And I can't think of many other better ways to start a day than chilling in front of the fire, relaxing a little bit, because my body is in bits. I've been doing DIY every day and my body has gone from sitting in front of a computer editing and playing games and stuff like that to all of a sudden being hella active and lifting lots of wood yeah, it's been a lot of it's taken a toll on my body. I have to say, sitting in front of the fire makes me want to go camping again. It has been so long since I've been away and had a bit of a break. I think after today's vlog, there probably won't be any more DIY vlogs for a couple of weeks because I'm going off to Switzerland. I won't be camping in that thing out there, but I will be driving all over the country where I can finally talk about some stuff. I might talk about it in this vlog, so stay tuned for a little bit later on and I might talk about what's coming in Switzerland, because I think as this video goes live, I'll already be there and like my embargoes and stuff would have lifted, so stay tuned. But I'm gonna leave Rodrigo in charge of the fire and we are gonna take a look at fitting this ladder into the attic, as well as sorting out some electrics in here. As I do want a hatch there and I want a light switch also on that side there, so when you go up, you can switch the lights on and you'll be able to see up there. Now, I've never actually fitted a loft ladder before, but I don't imagine it's too difficult. We've got a set of instructions. What could possibly go wrong? Well, I was expecting it to be quite simple. It wasn't as simple as I'd thought, but I have a ladder now. And I've got a temporary hatch in place which needs to be replaced because the plywood that's going on the ceiling is actually thicker than that. We have had our delivery of plywood, so it is time to fit the ceiling. And this time I have made some props to hold it up in place so I'm not using my head, because these boards are heavy and there will be two of us doing it, but yeah, I don't really want to rest it on my head, so I've got some props to hold it up and I can lift it up into place and screw it in. I don't have to worry about cutting notches in this time because the room is square. So it should be a relatively straightforward process of just putting plywood up on the ceiling. If I follow the OSB that I put up in the last vlog, then I know I just need to make a couple of cuts down the end. So we're going to be using the circular saw to trim all the plywood down to size and then obviously cut in the extra bits as we go. This is going to take a while, so I think I should grab the GoPro and the tripod and begin a time lapse. Well, I can tell you, putting that up is not easy work. But after a long time, we finally have a ceiling. It's not perfectly flush because there's a bit of give in the beams and the room isn't square, which I kind of considered when I was putting it up, but I don't think it's actually going to matter in the end. I still need to go around and add some more screws in across all of the beams because we just kind of pinned it so it's held up for now because it's really starting to kill my back. But when I stick the CLS on the wall and actually prop it up, it'll actually cover up a lot of the edges and stuff. So not only will it help with that, but it'll also hold up the edges of the ceiling as well because there's no beams that run right along the wall there. So as you can kind of see there, it's ever so slightly uneven. Now, the same story with the floor above. I've run out of plywood. I actually calculated I'd only need 5 sheets and I need more. So there is still a hole over here, but I've got another delivery coming to do not only the floor above, but this part here as well. However, I am happy that it is finally done. What we're gonna do now, or rather what Rodrigo and my sister's gonna do right now, is pop all the screws in down the beams. And the easiest way to do that, because we can't see the beams, is to have a string line. So I've got a screw in that end where I know a beam is, I've got another screw at the other end and then a string that goes all the way across there. If we follow that line, we know we're going to hit a beam every time we put a screw in. And now that that is done, I have had myself a fresh haircut and a delivery for the rest of the roof stuff, which there is quite a lot of. But it now means I can get the whole ceiling finished and the floor above done in today's vlog. And not only that, but another delivery, which I've been waiting ages for, has finally arrived, so I can get some lights up in the ceiling and stop using these things. All right, let's bring this in so we can fit the floor. And with it all marked out, all I need to do is cut it. Now, hopefully that should slot up there. Okay, we're not going to talk about it. It happened. Get over it. And if you stand from this angle, you can't even notice anyway. But with all the flooring now complete, I just need to fill in this gap for the ceiling. Surely I can't mess this one up, right? Okay, I have measured this several times. That is the cut I have to make to fit in that hole. Please work. Okay, I've not got any help to do this today, so I've got a couple of props up. I'm gonna lift that up there. Let's see how this goes. Fortunately, it's not that heavy because it's only a bit of a board, but holding up here while screwing it is a different story. Let's also go to the assumption that it fits. No, I can't. I'm off by like a mil. Less than that. Oh, that's annoying. Take 2. Right. Try this again, shall we? Oh, fuck off. You know, that is actually so close, I could almost bang that in. When in doubt, do a klaxon and hit it with a hammer. Ta-da! It's a hot day today. And just like that, I have a completely finished ceiling. And a trap door, which is appropriately named temporary door. I've only used a bit of scrap wood just to put it in place for now. I need to bring it back down in and measure it up properly, get it cut, put a trim on it so it kind of hides the weird gaps and the brackets and stuff like that. And that'd be good. All right, now that I've got the ceiling up, it's time to fit some lights. Which means using the loft ladder for the first time. Imagine if this breaks now. But, I have to say that doesn't seem safe. I mean, it's not that taut, but a bit odd. Oh, look, there's some wood that I left up from earlier. Okay, what I need to do up here is I need to lift one of the boards out of the way because I'm going to bring cabling up here and run it through the floor. So in the corner over there, I've run the cable down to where I'm going to connect it to power. Then it runs under the floor here to a switch and load, which I've got right here. I'm going to take a cable through each of these joists over to, I'm going to put the light switch using a 12mm bit to drill holes for the joists. Just like so. Now all I need to do is fit the panels to the ceiling. Lots of screwing, wiring and such later. They are finally up. Now in theory I should be able to connect it to power downstairs and it should all work. However, whilst I'm up here I am considering setting up the lights for below, like in the main garage, which means screwing these things to the ceiling. At least then it's all done and I don't have to worry about lighting in here anymore. So with those two screwed up, it's just a case of connecting all of the loose wires up here. So now we've got a junction box for the lights that go on the ceiling below. That wire runs through over to here. I've got 2 switch and loads over here, one to go for the switch down there and then another one that takes you to the switch there. Now I just need to put the flooring back in its place and then power it on and see if it works. All right, it's dark, you can't see anything. The moment of truth. Oh my bloody Nora, that is a bright ass light. Holy moly, how good is that? I knew they were bright, I didn't realize they were that good. I feel maybe 2 was a little overkill, but you can see up here now. Now, I would love to try out these lights. However, I am missing a light switch. I feel like when I ordered everything, I got loads of back boxes for like on the wall and stuff like that. But I don't think I considered buying a light switch because I knew that there was like switches all over this garage and like where my mum had put sockets and stuff like that, so I didn't think I'd need one. Turns out that despite all of that, there isn't a light switch to be seen. However, if the loft lights work or the attic lights work, then I'm 99.999% positive that they will as well when I get a light switch. All right, I have made quite the mess, so I feel like with a bit of movie magic, we'll get it cleaned. That is much better. Really, really wish I had my light switch so I could actually turn the lights on, because you'd be able to see in here perfectly. But it is what it is. I am just very happy we are one step closer to getting this thing finished. Now, I did mention earlier in the vlog that I may reveal some things that are going on in Switzerland, but after a good night's sleep and some thought on it, I don't want to spoil it. So I'm sorry that I teased you earlier on in today's vlog. I wanted to refilm the clip to edit it out, but I just couldn't make it work. So I'm sorry if you've waited ages to find out what it is. You'll just have to stay tuned for the next couple of vlogs. As you'll see it all unfold when I go traveling. In a couple of weeks' time, we'll be returning to the garage and laying down some floor, because I have some self-leveling compound, which I've never done before, but I'm going to attempt to get a nice level floor so we're ready to do the walls. After this is finished, we'll be starting to lay the stud work all across the walls and put insulation up, including using some membranes and stuff like that to keep the damp out. And we'll be getting one step closer to getting this place finished. However, if you've enjoyed my DIY garage conversion, and make sure you leave a thumbs up rating, I would really appreciate it. It helps the channel reach new people, and we are on the road to 25k. And I have fully committed to being like a DIY renovation kind of guy. I don't even know how I ended up doing this, but I really enjoy it, and I hope you do too. There are lots of plans in the future to reclaim some of this land that's been taken over by nettles and build the ultimate fun-having play area for kids, because we've got a lot of kids in the family. Benjamin's growing up and stuff like that, and it'd be really cool to put a play area in here again. A zip line we used to have off the trees and stuff like that. I really want to return it to how it was when I grew up. Alongside the garage conversion, as well as the lean-to, which I'll be sorting out, as well as some of this garden here. So there is lots to look forward to, but I am well overdue a break. My body, like I said before, is in bits. I feel like I've been going to the gym and doing like fucking 8-hour sessions for like the last God knows how many weeks now. I really do need a holiday. So I'm going to go up to Switzerland. I'll be vlogging my entire thing. I'll be vlogging my entire experience over there and the adventures that we go on. Honestly, there is so much cool stuff, so make sure you tune in to watch those. We'll be renting out a new whip and driving around the country, and I honestly can't wait. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you as always. I'm gonna go sleep, man. I'm so dead, but thank you very much for watching. Peace, much love. Bye-bye.